The severe hailstorm that hit South Texas more than a week ago was one of the most expensive in state history. Hundreds of thousands of people will be working on repairs to their homes for quite some time. Mark White with Legacy Home Improvements is here with us to tell us more about the do's and don'ts when dealing with hailstorm damage. So thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Sharon.
So what should homeowners and businesses sort of be looking out for when a hailstorm hits and afterwards?
Well, right now there's a huge flow of contractors coming in from all around the country for this hailstorm. It's made national news. It's made a great impact on the insurance industry, and basically there's an opportunity there for some contractors that may or may not have your best interest in mind as a homeowner to take advantage of the situation. So some of the do's and don'ts I would just say is you're going to have to just know who you're dealing with. Find out who you're dealing with. There's a lot of things that most homeowners, this might be your first time doing this, having an insurance claim. You've just got your windows busted out and you don't know what to do. So you're gonna have to find out that your company, if they're local, where they're based out of, are they insured, are they licensed, are they bonded, things like that, to have some kind of a surety that the contractor you're dealing with knows this insurance process. There's some accountability if something were to go wrong. I mean, every contract, every project doesn't go completely 100% perfect, but if something were to happen, that there's some assurances to help out.
So it's good to call around, ask questions, and compare prices.
Well, absolutely. What you really want to do is maybe meet a few different contractors, see who you feel comfortable with, and then the one that you like, do a little research on them, make sure that everything is good to go with them. You don't have to get 10 or 11 companies over at your house. Don't do that to yourself. But look for some companies that are very reputable that maybe your neighbors have used. It's really early in the storm, so if you get a contractor that your neighbor used and everything went well and they didn't get taken advantage of and everything was fine, you may want to give them an opportunity.
And why is it important for a roofer to be bonded or insured?
Well, it's a very good question, Sharon. Basically, a bond is going to have a sense of surety that contractor is going to do the work as per the local municipality and the laws, the applicable laws in the state and in the city. A lot of people are doing business here without a license, and so instead of just asking and believing the yard signs, all the yard signs say licensed, bonded, and insured. They all say that. They've been printed on the yard signs for years. You've got to really check that and see if are they really licensed, bonded, and insured. So you want to ask for a copy. You want to see a copy of it. There's a license here, looks like this. Mm-hmm. If there's a bond, it's going to look like.
And I would imagine a lot of folks are wondering, will insurance rates go up because of these roof claims?
That's a really good question that I would love to answer. Basically, the Texas Department of Insurance has put out something called the Texas Consumer Bill of Rights, and you can look it up online on the Texas Department of Insurance website. It actually states that an insurance carrier cannot raise your premiums based on an act of God claim. It's called a not at fault claim, so it's not your fault that the hail came. Like, no one was doing a hail dance except maybe some of the roofing companies. So it's not the homeowner's fault. So they can't use those claims against you to raise your premiums or to drop you. So if you have damage, don't be afraid to file a claim. That's what your insurance is for. That's what you've been paying your premiums for something like this. If it happens, you can do something about it.
But eventually insurance rates will go up over several years?
Well, eventually, because of, that's the nature of insurance. It's the claims in the state and everything else that are going to bring the rates up, just as they always have. The people that haven't ever filed a claim before, their rates have gone up a little bit over time already. So it's the same thing.
All right. Any other tips that you can think of?
I'd say that now is a really good opportunity for a lot of homeowners that don't think of this as a bad thing. This is an opportunity for your home to get upgraded, to get restored, only for the cost of the deductible. And you can get your roofing done, your siding, windows, painting, fencing, everything done for just the cost of maybe your deductible. And you can't get a deal like that on Groupon or anywhere else. That is a great opportunity now. And if you've ever thought about upgrading to a metal roof, something like that, you can use the proceeds of your insurance claim to upgrade you to metal. And we'd highly recommend that. We've got a lot of our customers who are doing that now. We can actually stretch that upgrade amount over 12 months. And if anyone has problems with their deductible, we can do the same with the deductible. We can actually stretch that out over a year. So people shouldn't be afraid to get their insurance claims filed. If they do have damage, you're going to want to get a free inspection from a company like mine to assess whether you do have the damage or not, when you should move forward with a claim or not.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, here's some more info about Legacy Home Improvements, where they're located and their phone number.